you had a wonderful weekend and had a nice week that's just passed by. As always, let's get started in a nice seated posture, sitting nice and tall, anchoring down through the pelvis. Start to lengthen through the torso, hands onto the knees, and we're just going to start with some gentle circles for the neck. So dropping the chin, nice little look towards one side, very gently reaching up around with that head. I want you to imagine, and then the other direction, that you're drawing a little rainbow with your nose. So we don't want to tip the head back too far. Just taking a couple more like this, just preparing the back and the neck here. And center. Good. Lovely. And then bringing your hands into like a tabletop position. So fingers are touching, elbows to the side. We're just going to twist to one side, mobilizing that torso, and then back to center. Good. And twisting to the other side. And back to center. Let's do one more each side. And center. And last one here. And center. Lovely, guys. Stretching the arms out nice and wide. Let's tip straight over to a quick side stretch. Just opening up that side body. And center. And other side. Just reaching over. Finding space in that side body. And center. Lovely. We'll take a few seated cat and cows before we get down into our core. So interlace your fingers, draw the belly back as you push the spine back, really broadening through the back body, sitting nice and tall, have a little wiggle, and bring the arms down. 2 more times. Draw the arms in, push back through the spine here, and sitting nice and tall. Pressing down. 1 more time, deep breath in. Really think about pushing your spine apart here as you push the back out. And as you move through neutral, and then start to expand the ribs. And pressing down. Lovely work. All right, my sweets, let's come down onto our back. So just making your way down onto your back body, supine posture. As you come down, bring your knees with you. And we'll take a little bit of a rock there just to prepare the back body, the lower back. Taking your feet to the edge of your mat and just take a few little windscreen wipers just to really gently loosen the hips here. But always with this one, especially if it is the first movement of the day, you don't want to go too intensely. Just sort of mobilizing, finding a little bit of room in the hip flexors. Nice. Great. All right, let's get our abs engaged and switched on. So bringing your feet quite close towards your bottom, and just take your hands, take your thumbs, place them around your lower back, and your fingers just sort of wrap around your tummy. So I want you to visualize that's kind of like a corset energy. And we want to think about everything pulling in and down. Yeah, so we're pulling all those muscles in and down. We're actually going to start with some bridges today, so actually back focused as well. So take now your hands and reach them up above you. If that feels too much and you need a bit more stabilizing, just bringing them down like a low V position. Otherwise, reaching them up, start to peel your pelvis off the floor. Think of drawing your hips towards your ribs and then pushing your pelvis away, moving through neutral and then finding a little arch. And then tucking again. Feel that tuck, engage, squeeze. And then pushing them away. And then repeat this movement. So we're going to roll all the way up, 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Peeling that spine off the mat. Lifting the pelvis at the top. Think about your hips, really driving them directly up here. And then lifting your heels, squeezing through your glutes. And smooth, take that roll down with control. 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way through that spine. Good, drop the bottom, drop the heels. Take a really deep breath as we prepare to roll back up. Feel everything pulling down. So pulling down into the mat to find that pathway up. Smooth and controlled. Lifting up at the top. Deep breath. And easing it down. Super slow, super smooth. Good, good, good. One vertebrae at a time. Nice. Drop the bottom, drop the heels. Lovely. Let's do one more like this. We'll add a little bit of work up there. Remembering you can absolutely keep the hands down, especially if you feel a little bit ungrounded when you get to the top. Lifting the heels. And then we're just going to do some little elevated clams here. So you're going to open the arms and the knees and then squeeze back in. And opening the arms and knees and squeeze. So you're really only opening to like a V position. So not too wide. And we do not want to drop our bottom here. We want to keep that elevation. Keep pushing up through the back of the hips. For 2. And let's take one more. Lift a little bit higher. And ease your way down. Nice and slow. Lovely, guys. Bring those arms down. Take a little windscreen wiper. Relax the back. Relax the hips. Deep breath. Beautiful. All right, let's move on to some core work. So we'll start with some just very gentle crunches just to get it sort of switched on. So hands to the back of your neck. As you draw the body up, you're bringing the abdominals down and lower. So body comes up and think like in response, your abs go down or vice versa. Your abs pulling down is bringing that chest up and easing down. Now we're going to take just one leg off, lifting the foot and then lowering down. Almost like little toe tap towards the floor, but we're going to place that foot down. Exhaling. Inhaling to lower. And exhale. Good. So nice strong exhale through the mouth as you draw that position up. And lower. And squeeze. Good. Let's take a couple more here. Really feel that engagement, feel that connection with your abdominals. Beautiful. Now we're going to stay up there. So stay up there and we're just going to take toe taps here now. So upper body is lifted. If that feels too much for your neck, drop the body down. Otherwise, elbows are wide, belly button to spine. We breathe in and exhale. Good. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Let's take 2 more. And exhale. Last breath here. And exhale. Lovely. Ease it down. Take a quick squeeze of your knees. Really nicely done. Good. Now we're going to come back up. We're going to find that little sort of crunch position for the upper body. Hands are going to go to the back of the knees. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add a little extension here now. So hands to the back of your head. We're in our little tabletop position. We're going to tap the toe out. Extend it long. Stretch it up and bend it down. So we tap it down, other leg, stretch it out, lift it up and tap down. So we exhale, lift and inhale, exhale. Nice. Let's do a couple more here. And stretch and lift and down and 1 and stretch and lift and down. Good. Now come a little bit higher, come a bit higher, and we're going to do just one more round a little bit higher and a tiny bit faster. So we go down, stretch, up and lower. Down, stretch, up, lower. Down, stretch, up and lower. Last time, stretch and up and hug the knees down. Nice, guys. Take a little breath there. Good job. All right, let's go into our supine twist. Find those obliques. So setting again up into your little tabletop. Make sure the knees are directly over the hips. Take your arms out wide. Find a beautiful T position and make sure that your hands are directly in line with your shoulders. Knees are squeezing to close. We exhale as we go to one side, keeping that focus and control. And inhale to come up. And exhale. Inhale to come up. Exhaling. And squeeze it up. Exhale. And coming up. Let's take one more each side. Keeping that pathway smooth. And lift. Last one. And lift. Beautiful. Place your feet down and take a breath. Really good. Lovely. Okay, let's just do one more ab exercise before we come into our sideline. We're going to do a single knee pulse, and then we'll do our scissors at the end. I like to do scissors at the end when we are a little bit warmer in our legs. Yeah. So take your right knee in towards your chest. Take a few circles into that knee. Couple one direction. Then reverse. And then taking the same thing on the other side, just preparing that hip. And reverse. Lovely. Keep that leg in towards your chest. Draw yourself up into your little crunch position and then send your other leg out long. So we do 2 little pulses and then we switch. Elbows are wide. Breathing in and exhale. Good. Deep breath in and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now we're just going to go to single knee pull. So you're just pulling that knee in. We're going to breathe in for 2. Exhale. Deep breath in. Doing great, guys. Exhale. One more deep breath. Exhale. And then hug the knees down. Lovely work. Have a little rock. You can have a little bit of a rock up and down your spine here if that feels nice for your back. Just giving your back a little bit of a massage. Nice rock. And then coming all the way up to come over onto our sideline. Lovely, guys. So we're going to start sort of halfway up and then make our way all the way down. So this top one, we're going to do a couple of elevated clams here. So pulling up through your side body, again, you've got that imaginary sort of corset on. Elbow is directly underneath your shoulder and top hand is coming down in front of you like this. So we're going to push the mat away as we draw the top leg up. Find a little clam position and then squeeze to lower. And we want to sort of resist lowering down. So we want to keep those muscles engaged. Exhale and inhale to come down. Exhale and inhale. Good. We've just got 2 more of these. Big exhale as you push up and down. 1 more and down. Lovely, guys. Now we're going to go straight out to our side plank here. So pushing out, finding your side plank, and we're just here for a few deep breaths, just as like a little transition today. For 3, for 2 and 1. Nice. Ease it down onto your side. You can take your hand to the neck or lie all the way down, just ensuring that you're nice and comfortable wherever you are. Top leg we're extending out, underneath leg just keeping it bent for now, and we're just going to draw some little circles with that top leg. So again, you're thinking about the big toe having a pen on it, sort of drawing those circles at the bottom of your mat, pulling up through your side body, and then reversing the circle, so around the other direction. Really focusing on the shape. It really helps in Pilates to think of shapes. Think of the shapes you're making, think of the space in between your body, in between the legs. That really helps with alignment. Good. Now you're going to slide your underneath leg out. Keep the top leg lifted. You're going to lift the underneath leg and lower. Exhale as you lift and lower. Good. For 3 and 2. Nice. And 1. Hold them together, little tiny pulses. Thinking Little Mermaid pulses. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to finish on this side with a little swim. So you just start nice and steady and slow, and then start to pick up the pace a little bit and think of a little bit of a chopping action. We breathe in And exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. One more breath and exhale. Hold your legs strong and ease it down. Lovely. Take a full body stretch. You feel really nice, strong activation in your waist here. Beautiful. Ease yourself up, bend your knees. We'll take a little quick side stretch there, just to release that side. Lovely. And we'll swing the legs around and we'll do that all on our second side. Nice work, everyone. So just setting yourself up on the second side. As you did the first side, think about that waist pulling up, top arm is out in front of you. We're just going to take those little elevated clams here. So we exhale to push up and inhale to control down. And exhale. And inhale lower, keeping everything really smooth and controlled. And down. And squeeze to lift. And we're going to do one more here. Good. Hold it strong. Find that position. Stretch that top leg out. Send the underneath leg out as well. And find that side plank. And we just hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Lovely, guys. Ease it all the way down. Stretching that underneath, that top leg out long. Underneath leg is staying in that gentle bend. And just moving into those little circles. So again, think about the the drawing of those little circles with the big toe. Keeping the hip very still. Finding this control here. And focusing on nice steady breaths. And then reverse. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Stretch that underneath leg out. Lift the top leg a little bit higher. We squeeze to lift and we lower. Squeeze to lift and down. Inner thigh is working here. Good. We have 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Little pulses, just pulsing those legs here. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. We're going to finish here with that little lateral swim. So taking your time to just sort of set the pace and then going a little bit faster. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, then hold and lift and ease it down. Lovely, guys. Take a little stretch out. Taking that full body stretch, deep breaths there, and then pushing yourself up, having a nice little side bend, little side reach. Excellent work. Beautiful. Now we're going to come back down onto our back via some tricep dips today. So coming into like feet in front of you, yeah, hands behind you. Again, this exercise can be done a few ways, yeah? So you can stay with your bottom on the floor and just push back into your triceps here. You're gonna really feel your shoulders taking that pressure of your body weight. Yeah, so stay with this version. Otherwise, we're just going to elevate your bottom slightly. So you don't need to come very high up. We're just sort of using our body as a weight. We're gonna make sure our fingers are pointing towards our bottom and our elbows are going back. Deep breath in, exhale, and pushing up. And just keep this going. Really watch that your elbows aren't flailing out to the side, but instead we want to keep them nice and tight inwards. Good. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Sit your bottom down. Have a moment. Just take a few circles into your wrist, just circling the wrist before we repeat that. Yeah. And we're going to add a little pulse now. So same thing, but we're just going to add a pulse after we've done our 5. Yeah. So deep breath in, exhale 1, exhale 2. Remember, you can stay seated here. And 4 and 5. Nice. Now take it just down little pulses, tiny pulses. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, guys. Take yourself all the way down, rolling out your wrists, and have a well-deserved little breath there. We'll also take a very quick shoulder stretch. So just take one arm across your body here. And then on the other side, same thing, just stretching across, just easing out that muscle. Nice. Lovely. All right, as I said, let's finish off with some scissors before we move into some stretching today. So same idea as the knee pulls, and if you need to, you can just stay with that single knee pull and not move into your scissors if you prefer. So taking one knee in, drawing the body up, and then sending your other leg out, and then we're going to move into that scissor position, that nice stretch. Hands to the back of the calf or the back of the thigh, but try not to pull anywhere near your knee. We want to avoid the knee joint. So we do pulse, pulse, and we switch. We're going to breathe in and exhale. Good, deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, let's take 3 more breaths. And exhale. And 2. And last deep breath here. Good, have a little breather. Take a breath and relax down. We're going to do another round of that. Really good. Just releasing your breath. Try to think about your leg coming towards you and not pulling your neck and head towards the leg. So we're using the muscles more than like jarring our neck in any way. Good. All right, coming back up. Let's repeat that. So taking the hands up behind the calf, stretching the other leg out. We pulse, pulse, and we switch. Inhale, exhale. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more deep breaths. Good. Doing so great, guys. Last deep breath. And exhale. And hug the knees down. Nicely done. Really good. Bring your feet to the mat. Just have a little windscreen wiper. We're going to move into a gentle little cool down now. So let's take a quick twist to start. So just bring your knees together, drop them to one side, looking in the opposite direction, feeling a nice twist through the spine, and just breathe here. A few rounds of solid breath. And then just drifting those knees over to the other side. Same thing, just gently pull them down. Deep breaths, looking away from the bent knees. Nice. And then coming up through center, rolling yourself up. Do some seated stretches today. So taking one leg out in front of you, other leg into a little tree position. And in this posture, really want to equal out through your seat bones. So really think of those seat bones anchoring you down as we sort of did in our warm up. Reaching up tall and then stretching over. And just allow your head and chest to soften here, relaxing and breathing. And then very gently rolling up and take the opposite hand to that knee and taking a little side bend. And then drawing that arm up, bring the hand down, little stretch away. Nice. And then switching sides. Just sitting nice and even in the seat bones. Deep breath in, reaching up tall, down over that leg. And rolling up, taking the opposite arm across, little side bend. Remember, don't worry wherever you're reaching to, just making sure it's your range and that you're benefiting from the stretch. Coming up, place that hand down, little reach away. Beautiful. And then taking both legs into little pike position, so taking your legs out in front of you. And again, you don't need to sit very wide with this one, just so that you can feel a little bit of a stretch on your inner thighs. Reaching over and coming up and stretching over and up, and then taking that one more time, a little bit deeper each time, and up. Final one and up. Lovely, guys. Bring both legs together. We'll take our forward fold, reaching the arms up. Big exhale to stretch over. Relax the head here. And rolling up. Nice. All right, my lovelies, we'll return to our seated posture to finish off nice and strong. Going to take our neck to one side, take a little stretch here. And then very gently just draw that chin down towards your chest. Release back through center, sitting tall, and then other side. And feel that nice stretch here. And down. And release and center. Lovely, guys. Let's finish with our 3 deep breaths. Really good work today. So breathing in as you draw the arms up. Nice grounding exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. And last one, taking all that positive energy for a wonderful Monday. Exhale. And you're done. Very good job, my lovelies. Thank you so much for joining.